get to it and let's actually start a webinar. We're going to create our webinar on GoToWebinar.com. I'm going to log in. I have a separate training account here so that I can do this and not compromise anything that I have cooking. I am working with a number of clients, and I'm doing some work with them, and I don't want all of that information spread all over the web, because what you're going to see here is just, again, a look inside. So here we go. Here is a look at the behind the scenes GoToWebinar, and this is my little new training account. All right, so we're going to create a new webinar. Now you see here at GoToWebinar you can create different kinds of meetings and webinars. And we're going to create one from the start, right from the start, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and then I'm going to show you, how you can go over there and get some other information. GoToWebinar, one of the reasons I like it as a platform and a company is that they have an awful lot of really, really neat videos and tutorials, and those videos and tutorials are very, very helpful. So I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I will show you where to go and get those, but in the meantime I want to start a webinar, and we'll start one and show you exactly how easy it is. So it's I'm going to time this too, and we'll see exactly how long it takes. So we're going to schedule a webinar. We hit schedule a webinar here, and the first thing it asks you for is a title and a description. Now if you have other things that you've been doing in other webinars, you can actually kind of reload them and just recreate them. But we're going to call this one, I'm going to call this one 10 copyright commandments that keep keep real estate bloggers out of trouble. How about that? Keep real estate. Yeah, blogging and copyright don't really mix very, very well in real estate, and that's one of the trainings I do. I want you to keep a couple of things in mind when you're creating a webinar name. This is something that you want to make SEO friendly. You want it to be catchy. You want it to be hooky. You want it to grab the attention of your audience. So I could have said, copyright things to know. I could say, copyright for real estate bloggers. I could say a lot of things, but I want it to be active. I want it to speak to a result. There has to be a result. The result is that if you follow the rules and you follow copyright policies and procedures in the right way, that you're going to stay out of trouble. Because if you don't, if you do things wrong, if you take other people's intellectual property, if you swipe that, whether you know it or not, you can get in trouble. And so you want to have a very, very hooky headline, and then you want a description, and then we'll just say this is a webinar about again, that would be a longer description. What you want to do is what you'll have is a planning guide. I'm going to give you a worksheet and a planning guide that will let you plan all of this in advance. So it will ask you to write a title and a description, a webinar name, a description. You can create that on a worksheet and then just fill that in. And that will make it much easier for you. So when you log into the platform on Tuesday, you will have all of that information and you can use that. You can also go to GoToWebinar and set up a 30-day trial where you can use the platform and not have to pay anything for it. My suggestion is that you take a look at what we're doing here, see what's involved, and then go and actually use your worksheet, create a lot of this information on the worksheet first, so that when your 30-day trial starts, you really get the best and the most out of it. If you start the trial first, and then you go back and you start to look at all of the videos and start to work with the worksheets, it may be a week or two actually before you actually get around to